Hello. It's been like a week since I've seen you guys, or you seen me really. Um, that's normal. I upload like once every week, and I'm gonna be uploading more than that. Well, at least for the 3 weeks that we're out of school because of the coronation. So, I prepared something that will not require me to have human contact with anyone. And I'm gonna be reacting to something special or disgusting that most people don't really like. You know those fake Storytime channels that are all around YouTube, like that are titled, "Oh, my dad is my mom and my mom is my brother," things like that. Yeah, that's what we're gonna be reacting to today. And I hope you enjoy it because there's no logic in any of these videos. Seriously, none. So, our first video is called "How I Got Pregnant by a Billionaire." Now, I I really don't know what to say. Like honestly, like let's just watch this, like just see what it's about, like so we can just like make fun of it and stuff. Well, not to make fun of it, criticize it is the right word. Yeah, criticize it. Like this title and thumbnail is really confusing me. Like seriously, I really don't understand.
I know what you're thinking, that I'm a gold digger, right?
No, no one thought you were a gold digger.
Maybe so.
Okay, well, I guess I was wrong then.
Me out. Like most girls, I spend a lot of time on Instagram. You know how most people use it to brag about their life? Well, one day, I saw a post from one of those rich kids. His dad was a well-known billionaire in the telecommunications business. But this kid was living in the same city as me. I got curious and did a little research.
As you can see here, folks, this is an example of someone who's too desperate for money that they, low key stalk someone for it.
I discovered that he had two hobbies, partying and fishing. And I found out that he often went fishing at a certain lake just 2 hours away from my home. I bought myself some fishing gear and went there every day for weeks.
Now, I didn't know she was that desperate for money that she was really stalking this person. And not only that, um, she went as far as to, going to the lake that they always go to every single day for weeks just to find them. I I don't know what to say, honestly.
I was about to give up when I finally saw him. He was out on the little lake in a small boat. I waved at him and he waved back. I yelled, "Can I come in your boat?"
So, this is how my sister felt about what just happened. Fatima, explain. How would you scream at a random guy asking to go in his boat? That's I don't know. My only.
He didn't respond, but changed directions and rowed towards me. He said, "Hey, how are you?" I told him, "I'm just
out here enjoying nature. I was hoping to do some fishing."
Of course, that was complete baloney. But he invited me onto his boat.
I think he's trying to like get kidnapped, or he's not a kid, but he thinks like one. But I think he's like trying to get kidnapped because just some random person, "Can I come in your boat?" Like you never know. She could have a gun. She could have a weapon. Like you never know. You really don't know.
We talked for hours. Everything I said were lies. Like, I told him I'd wandered around Yellowstone Park for 2 weeks. He believed every word. And even told me, "Wow, you're so impressive. Have you ever seen a bear?" I responded,
"Yeah, a couple of times. And once I was in my tent and a pack of wolves started circling around it. I had my pepper spray ready, but luckily, they went away again."
You see, he was happy to talk about nature because he was so passionate about it. After a long conversation, we exchanged numbers and went our separate ways. But the next week, we met at the lake again. This time, I'd prepared several other fake stories about how I'd been salmon fishing in Canada.
I don't know. I really don't know what's so interesting about salmon fishing in Canada. Okay, yeah.
I don't normally lie, but it can actually be a lot of fun. To be fair, though, he wasn't the smartest tool in the shed. I mean, I wasn't a good liar. He was just naive. But I wanted
To take it a bit further. So,
we had a picnic on the grass. No one was around, and after a while I asked him, "Do you like me?" He said, "Sure." But I responded, "No. I mean, do you find me attractive?" He didn't answer right away, but then he said, "I guess so." That was good enough, and I leaned over to kiss him. He didn't
stop it. After all, I'm okay looking. We met each other a few more times at his big mansion, and I always made sure he was enjoying it.
Until I got pregnant by accident. You may think I'm a terrible person now, but
Obviously.
the truth is both of us are.
I mean, just because he's terrible doesn't mean that you have to be terrible too.
He's no prize. In fact, he's one of the most useless people I've ever met. He hardly ever goes to school and never works. He just takes money from his rich dad and spends it on stupid stuff. I haven't confronted him about the
I mean, just because he's terrible doesn't mean that you have to be terrible too.
baby yet. But according to the laws in my state, he will have to pay me a lot in child support. I'm talking about millions of dollars. Of course, I don't know how much money he has right now, but his dad is already in his 80s. Once his dad dies,
I don't even know where to start. Wow.
he will inherit billions.
Seriously, how bad can you be as a person? Like, that's just no.
And my kid and I will get some of it. To be honest, I know I'll make far better
use of the money than that worthless bomb ever will.
Okay. So, first things first, the art style is so bad. I'm so sorry, but as someone who likes to draw and is interested in the art world and someday becoming an animator, making some cartoons, comics, like whatever, um, that I'm sorry, the art is so bad. Like all the zoom ins, most of them, I was zooming into the art because like there was a lot of glitches and a lot of very bad anatomy. Um, yeah, and this is not just in this one, okay? This still doesn't go for Share My Story only. It goes for all the fake Storytime channels. Seriously, all of them. Now, the second reason why I don't like these videos is because the stories like are so unrealistic. Like you can easily look at the title and be like, this is fake. Like unless if you're like a really young child, you know, then that's excusable, or you have something that makes you forget everything all the time, or just something that makes you think like a child, then I'll give you a pass. But if you're a fully sane, educated
human being and you think it's possible for your mom to be your dad and your dad to be your mom,
get out. Like, no, like, I don't know what you're thinking. Like, that. Seriously, like, they're so unrealistic and it shows. Like, it shows. I'm pretty sure most of the viewers that are not 12 years old will know that this is clearly fake. Really. I'm warning you. I say like a lot in this segment, okay? Now, here's the thing about these videos, right? Like, honestly, um, I don't have a problem with being a story time channel, okay? But they always lie and they're like,
true story, and even though it's clearly fake, like any normal person would think it's fake.
but like I don't know, just fake anything doesn't really sit well with me, to be honest, especially in the creative industry. It's not really cool of them to do that, but like yeah, like they could at least be like, hey, we're a story time channel. They may not be real, but we tell stories, you know, like minute videos. Like they're a good example of a story time channel. Like they're not real stories of real people, but they do share stories that could possibly happen. They even say that they are a story time channel. And you can submit stories if you want to, but they're known to be a story time channel. Okay, like they do storytelling. They're not known for they're not known for them being real, like Story Booth, but they are known for being good storytellers and making videos about them. And Story Booth is another good one. Like, they're really good at putting out real, actual stories, and you could tell
They're real because, like, there's this whole process, like, and every person who has a story, like, they submit the story with their voice, and it's really cool, like.
But with these channels, there's no professionalism. Like, there's no process. You can clearly tell that these are fake from the titles. No one's narrating them. It's always the same girl over and over again. And sometimes the stories are just so boring, and it's like, yeah, no one wants to no one wants to know about why your sister went to bed last night. Like, that's a normal human being thing to do. Like, sounds like they're either really, really boring or really, really interesting. Like, not in a good way, as in, like, this can never happen in real life. Like, there's no way that your mom is the princess of Canada. Like that's not even real. Anyway, that's just my real problem with it. Fix your art, tell real stories, and you're good to go. So, yeah, so those are the reasons why I don't like them. And I'm really excited for this new series of just critiquing the channels and specifically share my story. So take this as episode 1, I guess. Next time, we'll be reacting to this video right here. I think from the thumbnail, you can already tell that this is going to be even worse than this one that we just reacted to today. So, yeah, this is the end. Bye.
You were the clock that was ticking in my home. Changed my state of mind.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Love so hard to find.
we got him.